the TokyoBill Weekly Update. Stories around Japan of interest to me, TokyoBill. Today is November 29th, 2025. Police in Thailand have secured an arrest warrant for a mother who allegedly sexually exploited her 12-year-old daughter in Japan. Investigators revealed that the Thai citizen is accused of human trafficking after bringing her daughter to Japan under false pretenses, claiming she would not force her to work at a massage parlor at Tokyo. The mother abandoned her daughter in Japan and has been arrested in Taiwan. Tokyo police are also pursuing charges against the parlor owner for labor law violations. Authorities from both Thailand and Japan are working together to investigate if organized brokers were involved and to ensure the girl's safe return to Thailand. Sushi restaurant chain Cho Shimaru set a Guinness World Record for the largest simultaneous tuna filleting performance at 71 locations in Tokyo and surrounding areas on November 1st. Chefs filleted 40-kilogram bluefin tuna sourced from Nagasaki Prefecture beginning at 11:30 a.m. All venues were connected via video conference, showcasing the coordinated event. Head of Cho Shimaru, Ken Ishii, expressed joy over this collaboration, which marked the revival of their tuna cutting show post-pandemic. Customers enjoyed watching the live performance, followed by sampling the freshly prepared tuna, highlighting the significance of tuna in Japanese cuisine. November 1st, incidentally, was designated as Sushi Day decades ago by the sushi industry, as the autumn season offers the best ingredients for sushi dishes. A Tokyo branch of a budget soba chain, Nadai Fuji Soba, removed a sign asking tourists to avoid lunchtime after receiving complaints from local customers about overcrowding. The notice, which was shared on social media, was a response to complaints by local workers and students who have a limited lunch period and was written in multiple languages. Public reactions varied, with some supporting the restaurant's concerns over crowdedness, while others criticized the sign as unwelcoming to tourists. Nadai Fuji Soba's headquarters stated that the branch acted independently and apologized, noting that the influx of tourists was manageable. Japan is still experiencing a surge in inbound tourism, with over 31 million foreigners visiting, causing some tensions by locals. Japan's public broadcaster, NHK, has begun verifying reception contracts for its new online streaming service, NHK One, which launched on October 1st as part of legislation mandating NHK's online streaming as a public service. NHK fee payers for TV can access the streaming service at no additional cost, while users who wish to view content only on mobile devices may register with an internet-only contract. Initially, NHK did not check whether registrants had NHK contracts already, but now realize the need to curb unauthorized access. Those who registered for NHK One who are not currently subscribing to NHK will receive notices to sign up. Those ignoring multiple messages will be excluded from the service. A police pursuit of a stolen vehicle in Tokyo's Adachi ward, Monday, resulted in several casualties. The police had begun pursuing the vehicle after a report of its theft from a car dealership. The car struck multiple pedestrians, resulting in the death of a man in his 80s and leaving a young woman in critical condition. Following the crash, the 37-year-old driver escaped on foot but was later apprehended. He denied stealing the car, claiming he intended to test drive it. Authorities are investigating his involvement in the theft and subsequent hit and run, although they have found no issues with the police pursuit conduct.
21-year-old Ukrainian sumo wrestler Ao Nishiki has been promoted to the rank of second highest rank of Ozeki after winning the Kyushu Grand Sumo Tournament, making him the first Ukrainian to achieve this status. He finished the tournament with a record of 12 wins and 3 losses, defeating Yokozuna Hoshoryu in a playoff for the Emperor's Cup. Debuting in September 2023 after moving from Ukraine, Aonishiki's promotion marks the fastest ascent to Ozeki from the lowest division, and ties for the quickest rise in the elite Makuuchi division. He will compete alongside fellow Ozeki Kotozakura in the upcoming New Year Grand Sumo Tournament, which will feature a strong lineup including 2 Yokozuna and 2 Ozeki. Best of luck, and Slava Ukraini! Starbucks Coffee Japan has opened its first shop on a Shinkansen train station, specifically on the outbound platform at Shin Yokohama Station. The takeout-only shop began operations on November 21st using cashless payment methods and touchscreen order panels, but doesn't accept Starbucks cards or the mobile ordering system. The coffee making is fully automated, with 2 employees handing out drinks based on customers' receipts. The menu is limited to a few selections of hot and iced brewed coffee in tall size only, with some non-refrigerated light snacks available. The company plans to open more platform shops at other bullet train stations starting in 2026. The Tokushima Modern Art Museum has finally resolved the issue with a painting once thought to be by John Metzinger, now revealed to be a fake, painted by forger Wolfgang Beltracci. The museum has received a full refund of 67.2 million yen, about $426,000, for the counterfeit artwork, ending one of Japan's largest art scandals. The painting, at the Cycle Racetrack 55, was purchased in 1999. Investigations found that it contained synthetic pigments not available in Metzinger's lifetime. Beltracci, who has faked around 300 artworks, expressed his enjoyment in deceiving the art world. The museum displayed the forged painting until June, alongside details of its history, before returning it to the previous owner. This high-profile incident highlights Beltracci's influence in Japan's art scene, along with other recent forgery scandals. The kabuki-themed film Kokuho has made 17 billion yen, $111 million, at the box office, becoming the highest-grossing live-action Japanese film ever, according to its distributor Toho. Released in June, it surpassed the previous record set by Bayside Shakedown 2. Based on Shuichi Yoshida's book, the film explores relationships in the kabuki world and the importance of talent versus belonging to a legacy. The film has increased interest in kabuki, with about 10,000 new visitors to Tokyo's Kabukiza Theater from July to October, a nearly 30% rise from last year. The book itself has sold 2 million copies. An international conference on protecting endangered species voted on Thursday regarding the regulation of all types of eel. A proposal from the European Union to regulate all eels, including Japanese eel, was rejected. European eels are already protected, meaning trade requires a permit from the exporting country. The EU and others wanted to extend similar rules to all eel species, but Japan, China, and South Korea opposed this proposal. Japan was concerned about rising prices, since 70% of its eels are imported, and eel farming is important in China and South Korea. The final decision will be made at a general meeting on December 4th. Police charged a 77-year-old Shizuoka man on November 19th for firearms possession after he turned in toy guns that had been classified as dangerous weapons. Last summer, police had announced that certain toy guns found in crane games in Japan were to be classified as real guns, as they were deemed able to be used with real ammunition. The man, receiving toy guns by mistake in the mail, turned them in upon learning about the status change announcement within the grace period. However, since the grace period only applied to one model, he now faces charges for firearm possession after the police confirmed the toys could fire real bullets. Online readers were on fire with how the man was treated as a criminal, despite his good intentions. It's expected that the prosecutor's office will likely drop the case. A Japanese court ruled on Friday that the ban on same-sex marriage is constitutional, disappointing many supporters of marriage equality in Japan. This ruling comes as Japan remains the only G7 country without full legal recognition for same-sex couples. Judge Ayumi Higashi stated that such recognition should be first debated in Parliament. Outside the courthouse, plaintiffs expressed their dissatisfaction, calling the ruling hard to understand and pledging to keep fighting. Amnesty International criticized the decision as a step backwards for same-sex marriage legalization. This ruling is the last in a series of 6 high court cases in recent years, with 5 prior rulings finding the ban unconstitutional but rejecting claims for compensation. The cases will continue in the Supreme Court. Research Institute Teikoku Data Bank reports that in 2025, the number of food and beverage products facing price increases will surpass 20,000 for the first time in 2 years, reaching a total of 20,609 items. This is a 65% rise from the previous year's 12,520 items. The increases include over 6,200 condiments and 4,900 beverages. In December, 217 items are set for a price hike, increasing from 150 in November. Teikoku anticipates that these price increases will slow down by next spring. For January to April 2026, 1,044 items are expected to see price hikes, considerably down from over 4,400 items predicted for the same period in 2025. That brings us to the end of news items for the week ending November 29th. These and other stories, and any local craft beer events going on around the Tokyo area, you can read at theTokyoBill.com, along with links to the original stories and my merch store. I've been, and remain, Tokyo Bill. Thank you for listening, and take care.